Unbelievable, really, because my grandfather was in the First World War, and this is one reason why I do this, because my grandfather and father came home. These guys didn't.
When people come into our site, and normally they come in to just take a peek. When our volunteers start speaking to them and also mentioning some stories, they would end up staying over here an hour or even 2 hours.
These are cannon damage and machine gun bullets from the Second World War. This is the damage that they actually did with the machine gun bullets.
Every day it's a new challenge because we do a lot of different work. We do restoration work, horticultural work, and even nowadays a lot of research work. Once you get into the stories, you don't want to stop and you want to know more and more and more.
This is quite a sad story. All these boys, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 4 more down there. These boys were all in the Air Force and they were going home on leave, and it crashed, taking off over the Blue Grotto, and 12 of the boys had won raffle tickets the night before in the mess to go home. One of the boys who won a raffle ticket to fly home said to this young man, "I've heard that your mum is quite poorly at home. You can have my ticket to go home and see her." And that's why he's buried next to these boys.
It's not a closed cemetery, but people could be buried under certain procedures. You have to be either an active member of the services who passed away during service and died in the vicinity of Malta, or a widow or widower of a person already buried in one of our sites.
We think that the youngest person in the cemetery is this young man over here. He was a drummer in the Lancashire Regiment, and he was only 16. It gets you very emotional. You have to be very careful.
In the past it used to be family members, but nowadays we've got family members plus people who are interested in the site and the history of Malta.
Pollock, Alexander Pollock, who was actually the first husband in Blyton.
Last year the Commonwealth War Graves started the annual awareness week, which this year is going global with events in France, Belgium, Malta and the Netherlands. The volunteers would be here Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays, and once you get to know them and once you started talking to them, you wouldn't want to leave, honestly.
It's an ongoing thing, this, and these guys, this is their story, a lot of it, you know.
Few people would know that this soldier made sacrifices for us to have the life we're living today.
So that we could live in a free world. And that's important, because people sometimes take freedom for granted.
Yeah.
And it's actually very costly.